Love yourself first. When she wants more than friends, the psychology behind her actions. Let's talk about something that confuses so many guys out there. Figuring out if a woman actually likes you as more than just a friend. You know that feeling when you're hanging out with someone and you're getting these signals, but you're not quite sure if they mean what you think they mean. Here's the thing. Women communicate interest in ways that are often subtle, nuanced, and easy to miss if you don't know what you're looking for. As a psychologist who's spent years studying human behavior and relationships, I can tell you that these signals aren't random or accidental. They're deeply rooted in evolutionary psychology, social conditioning, and genuine emotional connection. Women have been socialized to be less direct about their romantic interest, which means they've developed an entire language of behavior, body language, and communication patterns that signal attraction without saying the words outright. Understanding these patterns isn't about manipulation or playing games. It's about developing emotional intelligence and learning to read the human connections that are happening right in front of you every single day. When you start recognizing these signs, your entire dating life transforms because you're no longer guessing or second guessing yourself constantly. The first major sign that she's interested in being more than friends and the way she prioritizes spending time with you above almost everything else in her life. Think about this carefully. We all have busy schedules, commitments, responsibilities, and about 1,000 things pulling us in different directions every single day. When a woman consistently makes time for you, cancels or rearranges other plans to see you, or suggests hanging out when she clearly has other options, that's not friendship behavior, that's romantic interest. I'm not talking about occasionally grabbing coffee when it's convenient. I'm talking about her actively creating opportunities to be around you, suggesting activities you can do together, and showing genuine disappointment when plans fall through. She remembered that random thing you mentioned wanting to do 3 weeks ago and bring it up as something you should do together. She'll text you on a Friday night when she could be doing literally anything else and suggest you come over to watch a movie or just hang out. There's a prioritization reveals something crucial about her internal emotional state. You become important to her in a way that goes beyond casual friendship. From a psychological perspective, we invest our most valuable resource, which is time, into the people and things that matter most to us. And when she's consistently choosing to invest that time in you, she's telling you without words that you become a priority in her emotional landscape. Another powerful indicator is the quality and depth of the conversations you're having together. When a woman sees you as more than a friend, she'll start opening up about things she doesn't share with just anyone. Her fears, her dreams, her past experiences, her vulnerabilities, and the things that keep her up at night thinking. These aren't surface level conversations about the weather or what happened at work today. These are deep, meaningful changes exchanges where she's sharing parts of herself that require trust and emotional intimacy. She'll ask you thoughtful questions about your life, your childhood, your goals, and your perspective on things that matter. She genuinely wants to understand who you are beneath the surface, and not just what you do or where you're from. You'll notice that conversations with her can go on for hours without either of you noticing the time passing. There is an ease and flow to your interactions that feels different from your conversations with other friends. She remembers tiny details you mentioned weeks or months ago and brings them up later, showing that she is not just listening to respond but actually observing and caring about what you share with her. This level of emotional investment and vulnerability is a clear sign that she is building a foundation for something deeper than friendship. From a relationship psychology standpoint, emotional intimacy is actually the strongest predictor of romantic connection, even more so than physical attraction. In many cases, a physical touch becomes noticeably different when a woman is attracted to you versus when she just sees you as a friend. I'm not talking about obvious sexual touching here. I'm talking about those small, seemingly innocent touches that happen more frequently than they would with other people in her life. She finds reasons to touch your arm when she's laughing at something you said. She'll playfully push your shoulder. She'll adjust your collar or brush something off your shirt, or she'll sit close enough that your legs touch and she doesn't move away. These touches linger just a second or two longer than they need to, and they happen in contexts where touch isn't really necessary at all. The key thing to understand here is that touch is one of the primary ways humans build intimacy and sexual attraction. And when someone touches you, even casually, they're literally breaking down physical barriers and creating connection. Women who are interested in you will unconsciously or sometimes very consciously increase the amount of physical contact they have with you. You might notice she hides you longer than she hides other friends, or that she finds excuses to be physically close to you in group settings. She might touch your hand when she's making a point or leaning close when you're talking, even though the environment isn't particularly loud. Pay attention to whether she mirrors your movements or positions herself to face you directly in conversations. All of these physical behaviors are rooted in attraction and the desire to create intimacy with you. The way she looks at you tells you absolutely everything you need to know about how she feels. Eye contact is one of the most powerful forms of nonverbal communication we have as humans, and when a woman is attracted to you, her eye contact patterns change dramatically. She'll hold eye contact with you longer than necessary, sometimes to the point where it feels almost intense or like she's looking into your soul rather than just at your face. You'll catch her looking at you from across the room, and when your eyes meet, she might smile or quickly look away, but the face remains that she was watching you. During conversations, her eyes will light up when you're talking, showing genuine engagement and interest in what you are saying. She'll look at your lips when you talk, which is a subconscious sign of attraction and often indicates she is thinking about kissing you even if she is not consciously aware of it. Her pupils might dilate when she's looking at you, which is an involuntary physical response to see something or someone we find attractive. The psychology behind eye contact and attraction is fascinating. Sustained eye contact triggers the release of oxytocin, which is the bonding hormone that creates feelings of attachment and intimacy. When she's maintaining this kind of eye contact with you regularly, she's both expressing and deepening her attraction to you simultaneously. You'll also notice that in group settings, she looks to you first when something funny happens, as if your reaction is the one that matters most to her. She makes a noticeable effort with her appearance when she knows she's going to see you. Now, I'm not saying she shows up in a ball gown every time you hang out, but there's a clear difference in how she presents herself around you compared to how she might look in other casual situations. She'll put thought into her outfit, make sure her hair looks nice, and maybe put on a bit more makeup than she would for running errands or hanging out with friends she's not interested in romantically. If you suggest a last-minute hangout, she might ask for a little time to get ready, even though you've emphasized that it's just a casual thing. This effort with appearance isn't about vanity or superficiality. It's about wanting to be attractive in your eyes because your opinion of her matters. She wants you to see her as beautiful, desirable, and put together. You might notice she wears colors or styles you've complimented in the past, or she mentions trying a new perfume or hairstyle and seems to be looking for your reaction. From a psychological standpoint, this behavior is rooted in mate selection and attraction signaling. We naturally want to present our best selves to people we're romantically interested in because we're unconsciously trying to increase our chances of being chosen as a partner. When a woman is consistently putting this kind of effort into how she looks around you, it's because she cares about your perception of her in a romantic context, not just a friendly one. Before we go any further, if you're recognizing even a series of these signs happening in your life right now, hit that like button and subscribe. What's coming next reveals the deeper psychological patterns that most guys completely miss. Her friends know about you and they know more than they should. If you were just a casual friend, when a woman is interested in you romantically, you become a topic of conversation in her friend group. She talks about you when you're not around, shares stories about things you've done together, mentions a thing you've said, and generally keeps you present in her social circle even when you're not physically there. You might meet her friends and notice they already seem to know a lot about you. They reference inside jokes or stories she's apparently shared. They give each other knowing looks when you interact with her, or they might even make comments about how much she talks about you. Her friends might be overly friendly or encouraging toward you because they've been brief on the situation and they're rooting for the two of you to get together. In some cases, her friends might even create opportunities for the two of you to spend time alone together, or they might conveniently disappear when you show up, leaving you two alone. This is significant because we share the details of our lives with our friends, but we especially share the details that are emotionally important to you. If you were just a regular friend, you might come up in conversation occasionally, but you wouldn't be a recurring character in her stories the way you are when she has romantic feelings for you. The fact that she is integrating you into her social narrative and her friends are aware of your significance in her life is a strong indicator that she sees you as more than just a friend. She shows genuine interest in your interests, hobbies, and passions, even if they're completely outside her usual wheelhouse. When someone likes you romantically, they want to understand what makes you tick, what you're passionate about, and what brings you joy. So, if you're into something specific, whether it's a particular sport, a type of music, a hobby, a video game, whether she'll ask questions about it, wanna learn more, and might even try it herself to feel closer to you. This isn't about her faking interest to manipulate you. It's about genuine curiosity and the desire to share in the things that are important to you. She might watch that show you recommended even though it's not usually her genre. She might come to your games or events to support you, or she might ask you to teach her about something you're knowledgeable in. This psychological principle at work here is called a shared reality. When people are romantically interested in each other, they naturally want to create common ground and shared experiences by engaging with your interests. She's building bridges between your worlds and creating more opportunities for connection. You'll notice that she remembers the details about your hobbies and follows up on things you mentioned, like asking how that tournament went or whether you finished that project you were working on. This kind of attentiveness and willingness to step outside her comfort zone to connect with you is a clear sign that her feelings go deeper than friendship. The way she texts or messages you is completely different from how she communicates with other friends. When a woman is romantically interested, her texting patterns reveal a lot about her emotional state. She might text you good morning or good night messages, which is significant because you're on her mind. First thing when she wakes up and last thing before she goes to sleep. She responds to your messages quickly and with thoughtful replies that keep the conversation going rather than just answering questions with one word responses. She'll send you random things throughout the day. Memes she thought you'd find funny articles about topics you've discussed, photos of things that reminded her of you, or just messages checking in to see how your day is going. She uses more emojis with you than she might use in other conversations, and they're often furtive or playful ones. She might send selfies or photos of her doing various things, which is a way of including you in her daily life, even when you're not together. The length of her messages tends to be longer and more detailed because she wants to share her thoughts and experiences with you fully. If you take a while to respond, she might double text or follow up, showing that she is eager to maintain the conversation with you. From a communication psychology perspective, the amount of effort someone puts into maintaining contact with you directly correlates with how important you are to them. And when she is consistently putting this level of energy into staying connected with you through text, it's because you become an important part of her daily emotional landscape, which is a characteristic of romantic interest rather than just friendship. Thanks for sticking with me all the way through this. I hope these insights help you recognize what's right in front of you and give you the confidence to take action. And may your moments be sweet and filled with love.